Sisterhood Social Part 3. Except not on the apple farm. And they're not competing against other sisters. Okay, nothing like Sisterhood Social, but it's a sisters episode, so there's that. What's up everyone, John Fox here with the pick of the week for Season 9, Episode 13, Between Dark and Dawn. Technically, Between Dark and Dawn is Twilight, but I digress. While we had a few episodes about sisterhood, like I mentioned in my opening joke? This was another fun exploration of that kind of relationship. Also, DWK totally called it with the sisters being totally overbearing, taking an active role at the beginning of the episode. While the first Sisterhood Social episode was exploring what it takes to be a sister, and the second explored what it means to be a sister, this one takes a look at what it's like to be a sister. We've seen this with the friends before, but it seems like a different dynamic when you're with family. You'll have disagreements, but at the end of the day, and when the sun is raised, you're still family, and you'll always have that. Seeing the way the two play off each other and rely on each other is pretty refreshing. Normally, the two are just off on their own task with little interaction. That said, though, I think they would be a little more understanding of each other's plight after the last time they were together and Starlight swapped their cutie marks. Speaking of not learning any lessons, what's going on, Twilight? You feeling okay there? Is it really necessary to have her forget every lesson she's ever learned every time she needs to be the focus of a B-plot? Honestly, the B-plot of this episode was really weak, and if they had just excluded that and given us more time with Celestia and Luna, the episode would have been better for it. Just imply that Twilight totally had it handled, and at the end of the episode, just show that she totally did. Though the actual end of the episode was pretty funny. Of course I had to draw a pic of the two. I was split between this scene and the one where they're at the spa getting their mains done. Figure out how to draw Hawaiian shirts or draw emo Celestia. I think somebody else will cover the spa scene, or maybe I'll do it later. So this is actually the first time I've drawn Celestia since Season 8 and Luna since Season 7. Not including when I draw them for Nightmare War. And I think the biggest question that's going to come up is about their skin color. So actually, after Season 5, I decided to establish more rules about how I design humanized characters, and one of them is how I decide skin tone. Now, skin tone is based on the value of the pony's coat. For non-artists, the color value is how light or dark a color is when the colors are totally desaturated. That's why earlier in this video, and I'll pull it up on screen now, you'll see that I color them with their pony colors first and then turn it black and white. This gives me the relative value of their colors, and then from there I decide their skin tone. So here you can see Luna is significantly darker than Celestia, and I can check to see if I have the correct skin tone by desaturating the human colors as well. And I can see that they're relatively similar to their pony values. That's basically how I do it for every one of my pictures, at least from Season 6 onward. The Hawaiian shirts were a pain to design. They certainly look simpler in the original scene, and I could have gone for the flat color with the flowers on it, but then it wouldn't have really looked like a Hawaiian shirt. So I pulled up some references of some actual Hawaiian shirts and just doodled based on that using the colors picked from the scene. Alternatively, I could have just taken from actual textures and pasted them on, but then it would have clashed a little bit with the overall aesthetic, and at least this way I have a little bit more control over how the colors are balanced. So I hand painted the shirts, but it was probably worth it. Also cheating because I only had to paint a little bit of the shirt instead of the entire shirt. And thankfully, I'm not actually animating this. That would be a nightmare to keep the shirts consistent between shots. That's enough ranting for this week. Go take a vacation with your sisters, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. maybe. There's the special coming up and then the hiatus. I'll see you all next time.